we'll go ahead and let Coach Malzahn make an opening statement and then open the floor for questions.
Okay. First of all, obviously it was a tough loss. I'm disappointed for our players. I'm disappointed for our fans, and especially our seniors. This group of seniors showed great leadership their whole career. This year, especially getting us to this game, real tough for them. Looking at the game, the first half, I thought at times we played well. Really, what stands out to me, we had a couple penalties, uncharacteristic penalties. They had a couple big third down conversions. Our starting quarterback got hurt. Second half, I really think the key to the game was the third quarter. I mean, that's when they distanced themselves from us. Offense had some 3-and-outs. Their offense had a couple, big drives. But overall, like I said, very tough loss. I'm proud of our seniors. We got a bunch of guys back. We got a bunch of young guys that'll learn from this experience, and the future's bright in that locker room.
We've also been joined by Alex Kozan, and at this time we'll open up the floor for questions for Coach or the student athletes.
Coach, can you just go over the injuries tonight, specifically Sean, John, and why Rudy Ford didn't play tonight?
First of all, Sean White, he broke his forearm. I think it happened earlier in the game. He thought he just kind of pulled something. He thought he could do it, and obviously there's a couple of throws that we kind of questioned, and then finally, got him out, and then he got it x-rayed. John Franklin had a similar situation. I don't think it's broke, but something in his forearm. I think he got hit. He had trouble gripping the ball, and when he was trying to throw and warm up, he would cramp up on him. And who did you say the? Rudy. Rudy Ford. He tried to practice and get to play, and just after 2 days ago, he tried to practice. Said, Coach, I just can't go, and that's a big blow for us. I mean, obviously he's one of our impact players.
Right here.
Third quarter, 4th down and inches. He called a timeout. It looked like he thought about going talk about that situation.
Yeah. I just didn't like the look. I mean, they had everybody up. I just felt at that time we could flip the field, and I really felt like we were going to hold them. We didn't, and obviously, our punter just made a great. Kevin Phillips really flipped the field, the 15-yard line. They drove the field and they scored a touchdown.
Any further questions for Coach or the student athletes?
Gus, over here. How would you describe this season?
Obviously right now, I mean, I got a locker room full of disappointed players. But, I think we were picked last or next to last in the SEC. We played a very tough schedule. We had some tough injuries. I guess probably the best way is we overcame a lot of obstacles to get here. We're disappointed we didn't win. Give those guys credit. They played a very good game, but the future's very bright. Like I said, we're losing some great leadership, but we got a bunch of talented young guys.
Again, right down here.
It looked like they had their safeties up, messing with your running game a lot. Was there nothing you could do about that?
Yeah, you're exactly right. And, Sean, we had a couple that we tried to get over the top, and, we didn't know his arm was broke at the time. We thought it was just something. And then, John had a chance to get him over the top, and that's when he kind of, had the issue with his arm too. So you're exactly right. And
physically, it looked like Oklahoma second half really got tougher.
Second half, that they definitely, that they took it to us. There's no doubt about that.
Right here.
This question is for you, Josh. We talked about a little bit of, prior to the game about how elusive Mayfield was. But do you think just when you got out there, he was even more difficult to kind of corral than you even expected?
Yeah. He was really, really good player. He kind of helped them extend a lot of plays. Our D-line was getting there, but just couldn't hold on to him. He was escaping a lot of pressure. We were sending a lot of pressure, but he just found a way to get up out of it. Like I said, he was a great player. He did his job, and he helped those guys extend those plays, and they found a way to get those third downs, which we need to get off the field on. But he was a great player, and then you got to take your hats off to what he did tonight.
And then, Gus, I have one question for you. Did you feel like at all, after you guys had waited to get Sean back healthy, that when he went out again, did that just kind of dampen the team's spirits a little bit? It's like, hey, we're trying to get him back, and now he's out again.
And, you know, I mean, obviously it's a big blow. I mean, we were excited that he was back. But, you know, John, we felt like, you know, he could be efficient running the offense, and then he had his arm issues. So it was overall, it was a tough night at the quarterback position.
Right here.
For both of the players, you guys have been here now for, so long, and you've had these ups and downs. How would you guys sum up this season and also just the last, 4 or 5 years for both of you?
I mean, this season we battled through adversity. We had ups and downs. Started 1-2, made it to the Sugar Bowl. Obviously, didn't turn out the way we wanted to. But I'll tell you that no one on our team's a quitter, which I don't think you can say about a ton of teams. Fought through. Everybody was together. So, life doesn't always go your way. You got to keep battling.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on what you said, everybody counted us out early in the season. We had a lot of team meetings by ourselves without the coaches, and we kind of just told each other that we're gonna keep fighting. They got a bright bunch in that locker room, man, and they're gonna be great. They got a lot of leaders coming back. They got a lot of guys coming back. The future's gonna be bright for us, but we didn't finish the season how we wanted to. Of course, you want to always get that W, but it sometimes, like Cousin said, life doesn't always go your way, but I wouldn't trade this team for the world. If I had to do it again, I'll definitely do it again with those guys, because there's a bunch of winners in those locker rooms, and I'm sure you'll see that next year.
Got time for 2 more questions. Let's start right back here.
Josh, you shut them out there in the first quarter, which is something nobody been able to do in Oklahoma all year. How tough, though, is it to maintain that level of defense against a team with so many weapons as Oklahoma, and specifically that 4th and 4 play they converted with the long pass to Westbrook? How much of a difference did that make you feel like in the momentum of the game?
It's tough, man. That offense, like I said, they're third in the nation, second in the nation, whatever it was, in offense, and there's a reason for that. 6 and 11 are great players. You know what I mean? They came out and showed that tonight. I feel like we needed that 4th and 4 to kind of flip the field, and we kind of put ourselves in a bind, and we gave up that 3rd and like 34, 24, or something like that. So we kind of shot ourselves in the foot on that one. I feel like we would have got off the field on that. We probably our offense would have went down and scored, and maybe a new ball game, But it's tough to go out there and keep fighting like that for an entire game. But like I said, we fought through. We just didn't make the plays that we need to make at the times that we need to make them.
We have time for 1 more, and as a reminder, the team locker room is also open. Right here.
Josh, it looked like you and Joe Mixon were jawing at each other a little bit at the end of the first half. Just kind of what happened, and just kind of what were you saying back to each other?
No, it's just friendly competition. It's everybody's out there competing, everybody's out there fighting. I just like to talk a little crap, just to make the game a little fun. It's no fun when everybody's out there quiet. So it was just a little friendly competition. He's a great guy. He had a great game today, but it wasn't nothing serious like that.
Gentlemen, thank you for your time.